One of the boundaries you want to set up for your life is the boundary of setting goals. Goals are growth mechanisms. Everyone has dreams, and we can dream about all kinds of different things. I had dreams as a child of falling out of an airplane. That's not a goal of mine. I also had a dream of my mom and grandmother leaving me at Montgomery Ward's, retro, but the gentleman that actually worked at Sears would help me find them. That was a recurring dream that I had for years. Um, those are dreams. Those aren't goals. Goals are targets that you want to hit to make yourself better. And you should have goals. And you should have some accountability partners, whether they're loved ones, friends, a Facebook group, a coaching group, colleagues, you name it. You need to have accountability partners to hold you accountable. And what works for me is I don't want to go to them and say, I didn't hit my goal because I didn't do anything about it. Now, if I don't hit a target, there's going to be reasons behind it, but I don't want those to become excuses. Circumstances can arise and things can happen, but you want to set goals that you can reach, but you don't want them to be easy goals. Like I have a goal of brushing my teeth today. Well, I'm going to do that. I like my teeth and I want to be able to keep them. But the challenge is you need to have goals that really help you grow and grow to the person that you want to be. You need to figure that out if you haven't figured it out by now. What do you want to do when you grow up? One, I don't want to grow up, but I'm perpetually 12. It's fun, but come on, let's be realistic here. When you're in a leadership role, you have to grow up from time to time. I know, spoiler alert, sorry about that. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that you are growing as a person and that you are learning new things because the world is changing. The world's changing constantly. I was actually at a conference recently and we talked about a quarter, 25% of the jobs that exist today may not exist in 2030. This is recorded in 2018 to date stamp it. So that means in 12 years, a quarter of the jobs, 1 out of 4 jobs that exist won't in 2030, just because those jobs are no longer around. So you have to constantly grow and improve. So that's something you need to focus on an annual basis. And you should review those things on a quarterly basis. Monthly might be a little much unless you're just starting something and you want to make sure you're seeing some momentum. That's fine. But you want to look at your goals on a quarterly basis and do annual planning. Now, don't do annual planning on December 31st. Don't do annual planning on January 1st, especially if you went out the night of December 31st. That's not a plan. That's a plan for a disaster. Plan in October. Plan what next year is going to look like in October. Now that means if you come up with something that you think you'd really want to do next year, and it's June or July, write it down. Put a notepad somewhere or use Evernote or whatever note capturing device you use. And when you review your goals for the next year in October, then that can be a top of the list and you can see if that's actually still something you want to do. Reach out below if there's anything you'd like to see change in your life this year or next. You will. See you tomorrow.